Hello and welcome to the RADNOR Report for this week of September 23rd. I'm Connor Burns.
And I'm Owen Shirley. Topping the RADNOR beat this week. On Tuesday, October 1st, the RADNOR community is invited to attend a community information session where district administrators will review the details of the SPP. The SPP is the Pennsylvania School Performance Profile and is the state's new method of providing the public with a comprehensive overview of student academic performance in every public school in Pennsylvania. Community members are asked to submit any questions they may have in advance to the email listed on your screen. This meeting will be recorded for later viewing online.
We'd like to officially welcome Nancy Ferguson to the RTSD family. Mrs. Ferguson was just appointed as Wayne Elementary's new assistant principal. She comes to us with 24 years of experience from Ridley and Lower Merion school districts. She's a long-standing member of numerous action committees and is also trained in the areas of teacher effectiveness and evaluation.
Over the summer, the RADNOR High School Chester Community Service Club and the RADNOR Microsoft Registered Refurbishers Club donated more than 60 refurbished laptop computers to the Widener Partnership Charter School. The effort was spurred by RHS senior Evie Kai, who started the Chester Community Service Club. This club is dedicated to raising funds, holding book drives, and encouraging RADNOR students to volunteer at the charter school's after-school program. This club also raised money to buy software for the laptops and worked with the MRR Club to update them so they were ready for donation.
Once again, RADNOR proves that students are quite extraordinary.
Which naturally leads us into our next segment, You Make Us RADNOR Proud.
Elia Foster has been selected as the first RADNOR High School student to be a member of the National Association for Music Education's All-National Honors Concert Band. Elia will be joining approximately 670 musically talented and skilled high school students from across the United States in a performance at a gala concert on October 30th in Nashville, Tennessee. The exceptional musicians will prepare remarkably challenging music to be performed under the baton of four of the most prominent conductors in the U.S. Congratulations again, Elia. You, of course, make us
Wait, let me say it. RADNOR proud. RADNOR High School will be hosting a blood drive on Wednesday, October 2nd from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Black Box. Please contact the nurse, Ms. Lorario, at the health center to sign up for an appointment, or go to the website listed on your screen and use the sponsor code RADNOR High School. Remember to hydrate and have a substantial meal prior to your donation.
I must say, Owen, you're looking pretty good these days.
Thanks, man. I've been working out, but I still need some work.
In the middle?
Yeah, in the middle with RADNOR Middle.
The very popular Parent Involvement Night is returning to RADNOR Middle School on Thursday, October 17th. All district parents of students in kindergarten through 12th grade are invited to hear directly from RTSD administrators, teachers, and other staff members about a variety of educational topics. The full slate of programming will be posted shortly on the district website, and each session will be recorded for viewing online after the event. Attendees are asked to pre-register by October 15th so district officials are able to properly prepare. Pre-registration also allows for questions to be submitted in advance, and complimentary childcare will be provided for school-aged children. And yes, beverages and appetizers will be served.
RADNOR Middle School just received the first ever Trailblazing Teacher Award for advancing eco-literacy and bringing sustainability education into the classroom. Trailblazing Teacher Awards highlight the best of the best when it comes to incorporating the environment into everyday learning. The RMS Watershed program is cultivating an incredible range of skills and abilities in students by centering education on the environment. Congratulations.
RADNOR Middle School's PTO is in need of a team parent liaison to communicate information by email between PTO, faculty, and families bi-monthly. If you are interested in being the team parent liaison, please contact Diana Gaddy at the email listed on the screen. And that concludes In the Middle with RADNOR Middle.
Hey Connor, what animal do I remind you of most?
Well, that's an odd question, but an easy answer. The narwhal, of course. What about me?
Well, Connor, you have all the qualities of a lion.
Coincidentally, our next segment is called The Lion's Den.
Wow, that's an amazing segue. Well, it's certainly no meat seat, but it was good, I guess.
Speaking of good, I guess, it's now time for Movies in a Minute with Dylan Avnet.
guys. Today I'm reviewing the classic The Dark Knight, and it's really dark one night. Can't describe to you how dark actually I can. It's so dark, it's like that dark.
Hey, Dylan, we're trying to do the news in here.
I'm just trying to prove a point. It's really dark.
All right.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably a 9.5 darkness level.
Dylan, have you seen this movie?
Yes, of course.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely positive. I thought Val Kilmer gave his best performance in a million years. I love Val Kilmer.
What?
I don't know who Val Kilmer is.
Oh my God, the guy who played the clown guy, so good. I can't wait to see him again. I looked him up on IMDb. He's not coming up.
Dylan, he is dead.
He's dead?
Deceased, yes.
Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how dead?
Like, he's buried in the ground. He's dead.
It's a definitive classic. Nobody's seen it. I was like in Blockbuster the other day, and I picked up like a pile of popcorn. I was in Blockbuster the other day, and nobody had heard of this movie, and I was just like, do you have The Dark Knight with Val Kilmer? And they didn't know what it was.
Dylan, this is the worst movie review I've ever seen in my life.
I am trying here 100%, 95%. But you know, I went into Blockbuster, they gave me some popcorn.
Dylan, Blockbuster does not exist anymore. It went out of business a few years ago.
Not where I live. They have 10 Blockbusters, at least 10 Blockbusters.
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true.
Where am I going then?
I don't know.
So cheap. So I got The Dark Knight. It's good. Next week, I'll review the best comedy in 10 years, The Internship. Bye.
Okay. I feel like we've regressed after that segment.
Yeah, like 7 years or something.
It's almost like we're back in elementary school.
Elementary school news!
Radnor Elementary School's Language Club is coming soon. Winnebago kids will be offering Spanish, French, German, Italian, and Mandarin, and possibly sign language, to Radnor Elementary School students. The club will run on Thursday afternoons from 3:30 to 4:30, with Session 1 starting on October 17th. Check next week's RES.
Once again, the 4th grade students at Radnor Elementary School have joined the circus as part of an artist in residence with the National Circus Project starting October 8th. 4th graders will begin learning to juggle, walk on stilts, perform as clowns, spin plates, and perform acrobatic routines. The final show will take place on Friday, October 11th at 1:30 p.m., and all 4th grade parents are invited to attend. For more information or to volunteer to help, please contact Lori Miltenberger at the email listed on your screen. And that, my friends, concludes elementary school news. Let me tell you something, Owen.
No, let me tell you something, Connor.
No. Let's let Ben Chansky tell us something in Let Me Tell You Something with Ben Chansky.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Hey folks, and welcome to this week's edition of Let Me Tell You Something. I'm your host Ben Chansky, and this week, no, come back, I'm good. We're gonna be talking about illness and how somebody has set no, come back, I'm good. I'm good. Someone has set rampant some disease in RHS. Everyone's sick. I've been sick for probably 10 days. My nose is clogged. Sleep is impossible. I've gone through at least 3 boxes of tissues. Teachers don't know what to do with me. The nurse can't help me. I don't know, folks. In other news, folks, this week I've come across a new species at RHS, a benign fungus growing in the locker above me. Listen, folks, some sophomore you know who you are. Post-swimming class has left their drenched RHS gym shorts that they use for swimming, weird, first of all, in the locker above me, letting all those nice chlorine particles sink down into my math binder, my Spanish binder, my jacket. I'm leaving you a bill, sir.
Let me tell you something.
Slow down, things are getting crazy. It's 1:02. I freak out. Get out. Let's go, we're done.
You know, Connor, I just can't seem to get enough of that Ben.
No one can, Owen.
Here we can see him again in this week's edition of Club Colloquial.
Really? Let's watch.
Hi, I'm Lexi Donahue,
And I'm Rachel Rest.
and welcome to
Club Colloquial.
where each week we will go up close and personal with Radnor clubs.
This week we're featuring Radnor's Model UN Club. We have the pleasure of interviewing Ben Chansky.
Hello, and thank you for having me, ladies.
Welcome.
Fire. Meow.
Ben, could you describe a typical Model UN member?
You see, Lexi, the typical Radnor High School Model United Nations Club member is not so different from this roaring fire we're getting toasty by. Red hot with intellect, we go into every conference with confidence. We represent a country as we intellectually lead conversation and debate. Placards held high, we make sure we're called upon and represent our country's desires. Every member is thoroughly entrenched in the debates. I mean, the fire and the MUN member are one. Right?
So Ben, how difficult was the tryout process?
Well, Rachel, I would have to describe trying out for Model UN as extremely difficult and not for the faint of heart or mind. It starts with 2 essays, which are extremely rigorous. Then it starts with a totally frightening speech in front of all the upperclassmen who stare you down and don't clap for you when you're done. And then you have to do a grueling simulation where Mr. Dunbar and Mr. Spear act like vultures surrounding dead meat, surrounding you as you talk. It's extremely nerve-wracking. I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
So, what makes Model UN different from other clubs?
Well, you see, Lexi, the thing that makes Model UN so unique is probably the kids who are in it. Because you have to try out, everyone who's in the club is passionate about the topic and the subject matter. So no one is not participating or being kind of like a party pooper, and that's really special.
So Ben, what was the most memorable moment you've had in Model UN?
Well, you see, Rachel, my most memorable Model UN moment was probably my first conference. We went to Rutgers. I remember the jittery feeling getting on the bus and going into that first committee session and saying something intelligent and having people kind of like nod and kind of just showed why I was in the club, and it just marked a good moment in the club experience.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for joining us, Ben.
See you next time on Club Colloquial.
Club.
I really like that cat.
Well, that about wraps it up for this week's edition of the Radnor Report. For Henry, Dylan, Ben, Rachel, and Lexi, I'm Owen Shirley.
And I'm Connor Burns. Don't forget to visit us on radnortv.com.
Like us on our Facebook page, RadTV.
And follow us on Twitter at RadnorTV.
Have a great weekend, Radnor.
And an even better week.
See you next time.